Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 22nd to the 28th of October. If you would like a personal reading with me, then please send me an email. The details are in the description box below the video. As usual, you're welcome to like, share, comment on the video, and also to subscribe to the channel. The books you can see here in front of you are from the Oracle decks that I'm going to be using in today's reading. And yes, as you can see, the Akashic Tarot is actually meant to be a tarot deck, sort of an alternative version of a tarot deck, but for me it's never felt like a tarot deck. It's always felt like an oracle deck. So that's how I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be using it as an oracle card at the end of the reading. So with the Whispers of Love book, deck, should I say, I was very drawn to choosing that this week for this week's readings, quite a few days in advance, and I didn't really know why. But then as I started doing the readings, I realized that it gives sort of a self-love, self-care vibe. And for me, self-love, it isn't just about like declaring or announcing that you love yourself, and self-care isn't about treating yourself occasionally. It's sort of consistently honoring, nurturing, nourishing your overall well-being. So mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually as well. And I feel that that is something, it takes practice to do it consistently, doesn't it? And it is a practice in itself. Sometimes we do need a reminder with it. But anyway, let's get into your reading. So we're actually going to start with an oracle card. We're going to start with a Whispers of Love card for you. And that will be like a theme or a focal point for this week's check-in. So what does Libra need to know for the 22nd to the 28th of October? Let's see. What is Libra's main theme or focal point? Anything at all? Yep. Okay. I think you've got two. You have got two. Ah, that's quite nice actually. You've got I love you. These are powerful words. And you also have, wow, be authentic. I think this is one of my favorite cards in the deck actually. Be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. And I do actually feel that these can relate to other people. It's not a love reading, so as much of the Whispers of Love deck is about love, apply it however you need to in your life. But with the I love you card, it could be towards someone else, but it can also be to yourself. I love you to yourself. These are powerful words. Be authentic. I mean, with them coming out together as well, that definitely feels like sort of, it does kind of give a self-love vibe, as corny as that can sound when we keep talking about self-love. It's like loving yourself enough to be who you really are, and getting past any fears to show the world who you really are as well. Loving yourself enough to show who you really are and share who you really are, regardless of what other people think, say, whatever. So let's also get your main theme from the tarot deck as well. So I'm using which one am I using? The first tarot deck I ever bought, and I can't remember the name of it right now. For some reason, my mind has gone blank. The Rider-Waite Tarot. I haven't used it many times on the channel. This could potentially only be the second time I've used it, maybe. But I am going to start using it more. It was my first ever tarot deck. Several years ago I got that, so felt like using it in today's readings. So what is the theme for Libra from the tarot deck, please? Right, you have two. See if I can get these without knocking everything out. So you have the King of Pentacles and you have the Eight of Swords as well. Let's also get any external or surrounding energies for you. You've got the Hierophant. Okay, I did actually mean to get your energy first, but we'll do that now. So that's an external energy. So what's Libra's energy specifically in the situation? Try again. And it's in reverse. It looks like it's in reverse. The Three of Pentacles, okay. So, as you know, the King of Pentacles is often about building something. It could be building his own empire, building his own business, building his life in general. Could even be building a relationship, but there's something holding sort of potentially holding you back or making you feel restricted, where it's like maybe something can't come together. Could be that you're needing to work with other people, or there's a struggle to work with other people. Sometimes this is about, it's not just about working with other people. It's like having the right resources, physical factors in terms of bringing things together. Like say if you wanted to buy a house, it's finding the right property for a start, having the money, the location. So those would all be factors that can bring something together. This can also talk about contracts as well, I believe, with the Three of Pentacles. Let's get you some advice here. Okay, yep, that feels right. So you have the Page of Swords, the Star, and you have the Nine of Pentacles as well. So there is a sense of independence here, and potentially doing research to figure out what it is you need to become independent. Maybe that's something that you are wishing and hoping for, is to become independent. But let's begin to clarify and see what we get with the clarifiers. So starting off with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords as your main theme. Could be a confidence issue here because of the fact that I love you and be authentic has come out. In terms of whatever you want to build or how you want to, what you want to show the world of yourself, there could be a lack of confidence. So what do we need to know about this King of Pentacles and Eight of Swords? Please, oh, it's on the bottom of the deck as well. Wow. And then you get the Knight of Swords with it too. So there could be an element with the King of Pentacles about being authentic as well. And that would be in terms of image, in a way. Could be career related because it's the King of Pentacles and it is Pentacles, which is associated with money, career. But let's clarify. So we've got the Queen of Wands, and she's definitely about being seen. She would definitely show up as she shines her light, doesn't she? She shows up as who she is. She's not afraid to be in the spotlight. Anything else? Anything else? Right, we have Ten of Pentacles, which is often a card of legacy. It's stability, isn't it? Long-term stability as well. So already I'm getting, with the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles coming up, how can you shine your light and be authentic in a way that helps you to build your own legacy? Like what do you want to leave behind? What do you want to be known or remembered for is coming to mind. And how can you use your talents, your abilities, your personality, who you are, to create the legacy itself, to build. And that would involve being authentic, wouldn't it? Well, hopefully it would involve being authentic. You have Three of Cups there, which I often speak of as a card of support, friendship, community. Again, what do you want? How do you want to share who you are? What do you want to share of yourself with others? What do you want to be seen for, seen as? Let's get one more. What was that? Okay, I think these are, no, I thought they were in reverse then. Ten of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So that does kind of suggest holding back, which, as I said, that's what I got with the Eight of Swords. Let's get a sub-clarifier for the Ten of Wands. Six of Wands, again, is a card for me of being seen. Are you holding back from being seen? What are you worried about in terms of putting yourself out there? Are you worried about putting yourself out there? Let's get another sub-clarifier for the Ten of Wands. Right, so, wow, okay. Two of Wands and the Star together. So the Two of Wands for me, as I say, it's about choosing your path. I say that quite often. And then you get the Star, and your Star is like your guiding light, isn't it? So with the Two of Wands and the Star together, that is your guiding light. It's following what guides you, what your star is, what your wish is, what your dream is, what your hope is. And I guess you would want to be successful. But you have the Ten of Wands there. So what are the burdens that you have to drop to do this? Can we get one more just to, okay. Well, following on from that is the Nine of Wands. So that may be the answer to that. It's just sort of saying that there are burdens that you have to drop to do this, to follow your guiding light, to be successful, to be seen, to choose the path that you truly want to choose. Why is the Nine of Wands there? Right, so yep, that reluctance, hiding. You've got the moon there, which is, it can be hidden emotions, it can be fears, it can be what's not seen, things that are hidden. We've got justice there. Let's get one more for that. We've got the Two of Pentacles, and following on from that, we have the Five of Swords. With this Two of Pentacles, so justice would be what you would want things to be fair and balanced. Two of Pentacles is often a card about balance, but there was something that came to mind and it's gone now. Are you worried that you can't handle it if you put yourself out there in the spotlight? Are you scared of? Are you sort of worried that if there are setbacks, or if there is any rejection? Like say if you wanted to become an actor, I know I use this example, but say if you wanted to be an actor, or let's say a singer this time, because I say actor quite often. Say you wanted to be a singer, and you know that you have to put yourself out there, you have to shine your light, you have to share it with other people. If you want to be successful, yeah, it's perfectly fine if you're happy to stay at home. You have your own little mini recording set up at home, and you're happy to make stuff at home and keep it to yourself. But are you worried that if you then put yourself out there into the world, are you worried that you won't be able to cope with the setbacks, with rejection? Say if you wanted to send your music or your songs to or to perform for record producers or something, about the rejection, and it's not even necessarily, it's the feeling, isn't it? The feeling of rejection. It's like, you know, it could happen if you're putting yourself out there and you're trying to sell yourself in a way, but it's that feeling. Are you worried that you can't cope with the feeling of rejection if that does happen? And that's not to say it will. It's possible. Are you worried that you won't be accepted, that you won't be successful? Even just the stress of the process in general, of all the work that it takes, because when you're trying to promote something creative, I mean, it's not just creativity, but creativity is a very difficult thing to earn a living from, isn't it? So if you're trying to promote it and having to put in all the effort and all of the time that it takes, sometimes people are pretty much working 24/7, aren't they, to make it work? Are you worried that you can't handle that and it's going to just wear you down completely, and then you'll lose a love for whatever it is that you want to do? That's what's come into mind here. Are you kind of worried that you can't cope or can't do it to be successful, because the King of Pentacles is successful, or that you can't do it by yourself potentially? I know we often speak, or I often say, that the King of Pentacles is a self-made man, but he can't do literally everything on his own, can he? He needs help. Are you worried that you won't have the assistance you need? There just seems to be a sense of, I'm not sure if I can do it, if I can make it work, if I can cope with everything that's involved in this. But then, if you want to be authentic, do you deserve to give yourself a chance to try this? And maybe it's not about a career path or something like that. Maybe it is just in being yourself and expressing yourself in whatever way that means for you, that there's something about that just kind of worries you about being rejected. One example I often give is like coming out of the spiritual, I mean, it could be the closet, like in terms of sexuality, but it could be like the spiritual closet as well. I had a hard time coming out of the closet, the spiritual closet. I think I kind of ignored some of the spiritual stuff that I was drawn to and into for years and years and years, decades even. And it's only now that I've started to show that side of myself with more people, including family members, because sometimes we have family members that you feel won't approve, and actually and sometimes it's that you feel they won't approve, but sometimes there are genuinely people out there who will demonize you for the things that you believe in and the things you want to do. That has happened to me, I have to say. It's, yeah. And it's probably come from, I mean, it's not surprising. On one hand, it's not a surprise, but at the same time, it is a little bit surprising how deep it went in terms of being criticized and demonized and how it happened. So, right, let's move on from that because I've spent a long time talking about that. So, as I say, you've got the whole authenticity there. How can you shine your light in a way that's authentic to you? And you may want to use your talents, etc., to become successful, to earn a living, to create your legacy. But there are fears and worries around that, and that is your main theme. But the oracle cards are encouraging you to be authentic, aren't they? To be yourself. Do what you have to do to be yourself, not to fit in. Maybe that's another thing you're worried about, that you won't fit in some way, shape or form. So let's look at your energy specifically, and you've got the Three of Pentacles there again, worrying about, it feels like that Two of Pentacles where it was, can I cope with this? Can I handle it? Can I make it work? So, just lost a couple of cards, so just bear with me while I try not to rip my mic off to get them. Right, so Three of Pentacles, why is that there? It's your energy. And for me, this is like how you're coping with things. It could be that you're trying to bring things together. It's not necessarily that it's not working. It's that you're trying to bring things together and it's a work in progress. So why is the Three of Pentacles there? That's too many, that is. Right, so we've got the King of Swords. Anything else? It looks like, because the King of Swords is an advisor, aren't they? Maybe you are, it could be about expression, that you're expressing yourself more, but it could also be that you need advice and guidance on how to bring things together as well. Maybe you've been seeking advice and guidance, potentially, or wanting to help bring things together. I mean, Four of Wands here, that's the foundation. That's the foundation that you would be building. It can talk about home as well, so there may be something to do with home there. Nine of Pentacles for me, it's a card of independence, but it can be like your sanctuary as well. It's where you feel safe, where you have everything you need, you feel comfortable there. And the thing that's coming to mind with this Nine of Pentacles is that for most of us, hopefully, being at home is where we can be the most authentic, can't we? It's when you have to go out into the world and express it that it becomes difficult. Okay, anything else? I'm gonna try that again. That didn't feel quite right when it flipped. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords, the Two of Wands. So the Six of Swords is, okay, I think I get what this is. The Six of Swords is often a card of moving to calmer waters, moving away from anything that's been distressing or a struggle, and you move into calmer waters. But here, it almost feels like she's afraid to leave the sanctuary and go out and explore in a weird sort of way, or reluctant. Again, there's a bit of reluctance there. I'm going to start to sub-clarify things. I'm going to start with that King of Swords. I want to know if that's your energy in terms of needing to express yourself more, to bring things together, or express what you need, or express how you want things to be, or if it's an advisor. Why is that King of Swords there, please? I mean, the King of Swords would be the very authentic. I mean, swords are truth, aren't they? So that's a need to, definitely a need there to be authentic, if that's your energy. But let's see, why is the King of Swords there, please? Okay, I mean, a bunch of them have come out. I'm not going to take all of that, but I will take the World. So I take that as your energy of wanting to bring things together. So again, there could be a business element. It's a physical energy. So whatever it is, you're trying to bring something together, but you are going to have to express yourself authentically to do it, to create this new cycle. Anything else? We've got the Queen of Cups there. So I'd say that's about a need to express how you feel very authentically as well. I don't know which way that was. I feel like it was that way. Yeah, it's just letting it out, isn't it? letting your thoughts out, letting your emotions out, just being very, very real about things in order to bring things together. The Queen of Cups can be, it is about emotions. It can be, you could be sharing knowledge. There could be an element of that as well, where you're sharing knowledge and information. Maybe you are becoming the advisor. And then with the Queen of Cups there, she can be known as the psychic as well, can't she? She's known for scrying, divination. But more importantly, the King of Swords, for me, it's just about expressing yourself authentically, not just your thoughts, but your emotions as well, to create the new cycle. So next I am going to sub-clarify. I'm going to do the Six of Swords and see why that's there. Right, so we have the Six of Pentacles. Anything else? The Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Cups. So the Six of Swords, it can also be a card of, sometimes it is a card of support as well, just because you've got a person that's often, it's usually someone assisting whoever's on the boat. It's not often, it's just the person on the boat escaping. There's usually someone there to assist them. And because you've got the Six of Pentacles, it could be feeling that you need help. I did say the King of Swords could have potentially been an advisor, but maybe this is where you need the help to sort of leave your sanctuary, leave your safe space. Yeah, you do want, it's like you do want to create a new foundation or build upon the foundation that you already have, but you need to leave the safety of your sanctuary. It will still be there. It will still be there for you. You can go back when you don't feel safe, but it's like she's looking and saying, is it safe for me to go off into the world and explore? And then you've got that Wheel of Fortune there. That was my tummy rumbling. Apologies for that. Sorry, you've got the Wheel of Fortune following on from the Six of Pentacles. So, as I said, it can be a card of support, but it's also where you need to give as well. Where you need to give more of yourself, to be honest, to change things. The High Priestess, yes, she is the she is the intuitive, she is the keeper of secret knowledge, but then again, is this about no longer sort of hiding yourself away, because she can be known for keeping secrets, can't she? Is it then about taking what you feel is a secret or sacred to you, taking that out into the world and sharing that as well? And that's how you sort of, whatever is a work in progress here with that Three of Pentacles, that's how you bring things together and build and create what it is that you want to build and create. Potentially your dreams, the dreams you have, but you need to be authentic and you need to be willing to go out into the world to express it as well. So we'll put these things back. You may be working on it. As I said, it may be a work in progress at this point in time for you. And it's just fine-tuning or refining things on how you do it to get it to work. So we have the Hierophant there. So that could go two ways. That's an external energy. The Hierophant could be, it can be a spiritual teacher, spiritual advisor. It can also be like the rules, traditions, regulations, things that potentially hold you back. So as I say, it can go two ways. It can either be a spiritual teacher that helps you to move forward and to go out and explore and to help in terms of being authentic. I've just realized I took all of the clarifiers off there, didn't I? Doesn't matter though. It can be the opposite way around, where it's things that make you feel restricted, rules and regulations that restrict you, institutions that restrict you, things that hold you back from being authentic. So as I say, it could go both ways. But let's see what clarifiers come out for that Hierophant. What does the Hierophant represent in this reading, please? Could also be something that you need to do in terms of sharing your knowledge. But let's see. I like the way that fell. That was interesting. Eight of Wands. So it could potentially be about you needing to share with that Eight of Wands. So it's movement, it's swift movement, it's communication. Anything else? Justice. Anything else? There has been quite a running theme of sharing what you know this week with a couple of the readings. I'd say this is a third reading where that theme may have come up about needing to share what you know. We've got the Five of Swords there. Anything else? Oh, the Hierophant's back again. Just bear with me. And I will get one more. And then I'll also clarify. Anything else? That's far too many. I'm not taking that many. Just one more after the Hierophant. Okay, perfect. Ten of Pentacles. So this would be your starting point here. Communication, movement, and this would be the end, wouldn't it? The legacy, the stable, long-term stability, and this is in between. So let's firstly look at the Five of Swords. Okay, so that's the things that would hold you back, whether it's you sabotaging yourself, whether it's other people interfering, putting you down, that sort of thing. Let's get one more. That's where people sort of mess with your head, whether it's yourself or other people. We've got the Emperor there. So that could have two meanings as well, but I'll get one more and see. Four of Swords and the Fool. Okay, so I was going to say with the Emperor coming up, so that could be if it's other people that are trying to sabotage you or that you feel are sabotaging you in some way, the Emperor could represent that, like energies of people who feel that they have more authority than you, they know more than you, they know you better than you know yourself. It could be that, or it could be this is where you need to take control of the situation. If there are people who are putting you down, or even if it's in your own mind that there's sabotage there, you need to take control. You need to give yourself your own sense of peace, and give yourself a mental rest from that kind of internal negative self-talk, and sort of free your mind up so that you can sort of feel free in yourself to pursue what it is you want to pursue without judgment. Okay, let's look at the Hierophant. Let's clarify the Hierophant. I might do Justice as well. I feel like I need to do Justice, but let's do the Hierophant first. So you've got the Six of Pentacles. Did that happen before? Six of Pentacles with the Hierophant, or am I imagining that? No, it didn't. Let's get one more for that. It feels like support again because it's with the Six of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, again, it could be support. So that would be two different sides of things, wouldn't it? That would be the sabotaging energy where other people put you down. That would be more of the supportive with the Six of Pentacles. That would be the guidance and support that you would need. It could also be, again, I said the Hierophant because it's here twice, isn't it? It could be where you're sharing what you know. So that's where you share what you know, and it kind of helps people in a practical sense as well. And sort of the Seven of Pentacles is known as the reaping what you sow kind of card, isn't it? And is it worth putting in the effort as well? You sort of sharing, getting past the sabotaging energy, still sharing and giving what you know, and then assessing if it's working, putting in the time, effort and energy to see if it will make you happy, to see if it will bring you satisfaction. Let's get something for that Justice card as well. Anything for Justice. So for Justice, you have the Three of Wands. I mean, that's where you want things to be fair to yourself, where you, whatever energy you're putting out into the universe and intentions here and efforts, you want whatever comes back to you, you want it to be fair and balanced. And I think you want to give something that's fair and balanced as well. Okay. Anything else to add to that, to say why that Seven of Swords is okay? That's the authenticity, isn't it? The Seven of Swords. It's a need. It's taking a risk, but it's a need to be authentic as well. Six of Cups. What's following on from the Six of Cups? Ace of Cups. Let's get one just for the Six of Cups on its own. It feels like past experience, something about past experience, whatever you've learned from past experience or whatever you've learned in general in the past, and sharing, again, that could be something where you're sharing what you know of that. And also learning from the past experiences in how to fulfill you, what has worked and hasn't worked in the past. But again, I have to say, if anything, anything negative that's happened in the past, don't let that stop you from moving forward. You'd have to let go of the past in that sense if you're worried about taking a risk with anything. So overall, I would say that Hierophant it could be support and guidance, but it's probably more likely an energy that you may need to take on. That could be where the authenticity comes in. Not being afraid to express your own beliefs, not just what things that you've been taught or expected to believe, things that you believe for yourself, that holds true for you as an individual. What is your own sense of justice and fairness? Sharing that. Let's put these ones back as well. Yeah, that one was going back as well. And also not letting the rules and traditions and the authority of others hold you back. Okay, so let's look at the Page of Swords and the Star as your guidance. So what do we need to know about the Page of Swords, the Star, and the Nine of Pentacles? And I said that could potentially be about doing research. It could be a new truth as well, but it could be about doing research or learning more in terms of how to get your independence and to keep your hopes up as well, to be honest. So anything else? What do we need to know about that Page of Swords, the Star, and Nine of Pentacles as your advice? I mean, Libras are known to be quite intelligent and to probably have a bit of an inquisitive mind, actually, as you're an air sign. So that could be a strength, having an inquisitive mind, a curious mind, being willing to learn as you go, being open, having an open mind would be to your advantage as well to help you do this. So we've got the Two of Cups there. I'm hearing like-minded people with that Two of Cups coming out, but obviously it's in reverse, so let's see what comes next to that. Right, we've got the Hanged Man. That would be like-minded people, because the Hanged Man, he goes towards his inner knowing, or there is something here about like-minded people. The Hanged Man goes towards his inner knowing, doesn't he? He doesn't let anybody interfere with his thoughts. He kind of blocks the world out. So you would kind of, that would help you to be more authentic. And then once you put yourself back out there, you would want to attract similar kinds of people who are authentic and who are free thinkers, people that think for themselves. Anything else? I mean, that's the friendship community, isn't it? And then you've got the Death card after that. So it could be about a change in the way you interact with other people. I mean, this could be a lack of authenticity, really, that Two of Cups. Let's get some clarifiers on that. Clarify the Two of Cups, please. The Hermit. I mean, the Hermit, it's like a journey of self-discovery in a way, isn't it? So maybe that's something you're doing, maybe, because we never really finish discovering who we are, do we? Anything else? Too many. That Temperance card feels like connection. I mean, you do see the two cups here are connected. Not necessarily romantically, but maybe spiritual connection, connection to yourself, sort of harmony within. It's like you have to be at peace with who you are and know who you are to connect with other people, is what I would say there, to be authentic again. Anything else for that Two of Cups, please? The Moon, okay. So what are the hidden parts of yourself? That's what's coming up here. Maybe in the past you haven't felt that you've had authentic connections with people, whether it's connecting with people romantically, in terms of friendship, in terms of community, in terms of business even, because you've got the King of Pentacles there. Maybe you've gotten into jobs where you feel like it just didn't feel authentic to you. Whatever you were doing, it just never felt authentic. But the authenticity can only come when you're authentic within yourself and you express that in all areas of your life. Anything else with that Two of Cups? So you may need to discover with the Hermit and the Moon the hidden parts of yourself, and then that's where you bring that, you make the connection there, and then every other area of your life connects and everything else feels more authentic, and you're building whatever you then build from that point onwards comes from more of a place of authenticity. That's another one where if you drink a shot every time I say the word authentic, you will be hammered by the end of the reading, won't you? Anything else after the Moon, please? Anything else after the Moon? No? Again, connection, the Lovers, that to connect with things that you love, authenticity again. To connect with the things that you really love, you need to be authentic, know who you are, discover who you are more. Let's clarify the Star. I know the Star can often be about hopes, dreams, renewal as well. Maybe that's the point of the Star. There is renewal. It's like doing a bit of soul searching and learning who you are again, or learning who you've become, because we constantly change, don't we? There's maybe a sense of renewal there with that. I mean, you've got the Death card, that's a rebirth. So let's have a quick look at the Star. So with the Star, we get the Knight. Yeah, that's about knowing your truth, isn't it? So again, it could be a sense of renewal from learning more about who you are and learning, expressing it. Let's get one more. Not being afraid to express it. Okay, and Seven of Swords is taking a risk, isn't it? So taking a risk to express who you really are, that gives you a sense of renewal and a new foundation to build on, or to add to a foundation that's already there, to build on the foundation. Let's get one for the Hanged Man. That was really aggressive, wasn't it? Queen, okay, yeah. I'm going to say it again. Authenticity, because again, the Queen of Wands, she shines her light. She's not afraid to be who she is. And the Fool is kind of eccentric, aren't they, in a way? They're very much a free spirit. They're not afraid to show who they are. So whatever you learn about yourself, or discovering who you've become, not being afraid to show that. Don't be afraid to let it out. That's very much a free spirit, the Fool is, for me. And then the Queen of Wands just shines her light. She doesn't give a shit. So overall, your overall guidance, let's go back to the original cards. Okay, yep. So I would say Page of Swords, the Star, and the Nine of Pentacles. It's a sense of renewal. It's exploring, discovering more about who you are so that you can be authentic. That will help to give you a sense of renewal. And then it will help with your sense of independence as well, because when you don't know who you are, it's almost like you rely on the perceptions of other people to tell you who you are sometimes, don't you? So the independence here, it could be physical, but I think it's more about everything, your whole life, being authentic within yourself so that you can change your entire life. That's what I'm getting from that, and not being afraid to show it as well, coming out of that coming out of the safety of your sanctuary. If you've only felt, as I say, if you've only felt safe being yourself in your sanctuary, whether that's your home or with certain people, it's about being who you really are in every area, every aspect, all round. And it gives you a renewed sense of independence and confidence, because it can be a card of confidence, that Nine of Pentacles as well. Confidence in who you are and confidence in expressing yourself. Right, so I really like this reading. Let's get another card of advice from the Akashic Tarot. So much was said in that I don't know what your title's going to be. Maybe something like a renewed sense of authenticity. I don't know. Building from a renewed sense of authenticity, maybe. We'll see. So final card of guidance from the Akashic Tarot for Libra. That was very quick. Am I going to take these? Okay. I'm going to try that again. That just sort of fell out on my lap really quickly. So let's just try it one more time. Libra, final bit of advice for Libra. If it will come out now. Nope. There we go. Right, you have the War of the Roses, and you also have the Akashic Field. So I am going to read both of them from the book, and you will now see why I feel that this is more of an oracle deck than a tarot deck. So, Six of Roses, the War of the Roses. This may take me a second to find it, or several seconds. Oh, there it is. Right, so this for me is like a card of personal conflicts often, but we'll see. So it gives you an upright message and a message if the card was reversed. I'm going to give you both messages because they may be relevant to someone. So it says, upright, storm clouds gather in the sky. Two lines of mounted knights stand at the ready, facing each other across a clear field of battle. The left side carries the banner of the white rose. The right carries the red rose. This card depicts a war within a relationship and or a battle within your heart about a relationship. Most often, this relationship is romantic in nature, but this card could also refer to a co-worker, partner, boss, or family member. There could be power plays, and at the very least, there is a lack of reciprocity and communication. You are at an impasse. Your intuition or your spirit, the white rose, has told you that this experience is not a supportive one. But your passions, fears, and needs, the red rose, keep you from listening. You have tried to bring the two together as indicated by the dirty flag with the combined white and red rose on the ground, but what's happening in this relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you. So there you stand, your spirit and your passions, just watching and waiting. This situation is nothing less than karmic, and it is time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honoring are required now for you to position yourself best and make plans to leave the battlefield. So there we go, self-honoring. It fits, for me, it does feel like it's about authenticity, isn't it? It's in your life, if you're not being the most authentic version of yourself you can be at any particular time, then the situations, the people you attract are probably, for the most part, not going to be authentic as well. They're not going to be in alignment with you. And I did speak, I mean, we've got the Eight of Swords there. It's like an internal battle, isn't it? Battle against likely being yourself, showing who you really are. And we have relationships with ourselves. So when it talks about relationships, it can be a relationship with other people, but the relationship with yourself is the most important one first. So reversed, it says, a relationship has broken. The conflict has disrupted your life, your work, and perhaps even your other relationships. So you may potentially have a broken relationship with yourself, or as I said, it's conflicts in the relationship with yourself and how you express yourself, how authentic you are. Anyway, you may feel great loss and sorrow, but it's important to see the situation for what it really is. Though your emotions have kept you involved, you've been in love with or attached to an illusion. Be honest with yourself about the type of person who's represented here. So that could be yourself, to be honest. How are you representing yourself? This isn't Prince Charming you've lost, it's King Henry VIII. The flag showing that your spirit directs your feelings finally flies high above the entire scene, its tatters displaying the efforts you've made. You're finally free from a struggle that has left you wounded. So clear the battlefield, your new life awaits. The Akashic Force message says, close your eyes and see or sense a person with whom you have some type of relationship. It can be any relationship that's happening in your life. Imagine that person handing you a rose. Is the rose vibrant or wilted, large or small, bright or dark, happy or sad? What message do you receive from this rose? Right, and we're going to look at the Akashic Force message. So it's like, are you needing to repair your relationship with yourself? Are you holding yourself back from being yourself? So one of forces, if I can find it. Right, the Akashic field, the upright message says, like the Akashic field, the aurora borealis flows, and I can never say that, flows with energy and brilliance as charged particles from the sun interact with atoms in the Earth's atmosphere. The 93 million miles from the sun to the Earth is nothing compared to the limitless consciousness of the Akashic field. All information, power, energy, and experiences vibrate within this realm of unending truth and possibility, and every bit of it can be yours. Receiving this card upright tells you that amazing opportunities abound at this time. You can increase and accelerate the experience by opening the doors to the Akashic records. Your life force energy resonates with universal synchronicity now, so you can explore the records and receive exactly the information that you need and the energy that can help. Engage in this pursuit with a conscious focus. Write your intentions and ask for inspiration. Meditate on the Akashic field and visualize your goals. The universe is ready and willing to align with your heartfelt desires, and now is the time to make them happen. This almost feels like that Hierophant energy in a weird sort of way, like in the knowledge. But again, it's like discovering, for me, this feels like that discovering more of who you are or who you've become. Right, the reverse message says, the Akashic field reversed indicates a time of fragmentation and agitated energy within or around you. You may be going through some sort of crisis, or you may be on the receiving end of some grief or hostility, which is really throwing you for a loop. Your worry and panic is splitting your energy and causing a frantic vibration. You need to know that the universal consciousness of creation is still available to you. Eternal inspiration is always vibrating around you, but until intensity, you will be like a radio station tuned to the wrong frequency and picking up only static. The field and the world is filled with potential solutions to the very problems that are making you upset. So stop, take a step back, and try to get a new perspective on things. It may be advisable to look into past life influences, for they vibrate in the Akashic field as well. The Akashic Force message says, close your eyes and imagine yourself entering the boundless and brilliant Akashic field. It's almost as if you're stepping upon the Milky Way, and all its stars roll out before you, offering their light and power. Feel this profound force igniting your dreams and lighting your way. And I'm going to leave your message there because it is long enough, but hopefully that was very helpful to you. I actually really like this reading, but yeah, as usual, feel free to like, share, comment on the video. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do so. Again, if you'd like a personal reading, please send me an email. See the description box, as it's got the relevant info there. And there was something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it is now. But yep, I guess other than that, until the next video, take care.